Okay, we should be live.
Let's check to make sure we can hear everybody.
Live.
Let's check to make sure.
Yep, I hear everything.
Blah, 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 blah.
Dab, 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 dab.
Everybody.
Yas, Queen Slay.
Never again.
Alrighty.
Yas, Queen.
And that's... Why does Roll20 keep signing me out?
I know it does that for me too, and it's so weird.
Does it for me too. You are not alone. So how's everybody doing?
I'm excited.
I'm feeling much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did the hibiscus tea help you, by the way, Danny, with your throat?
I never got the hibiscus tea, but I was drinking the ginger ale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, at least as far as like my voice goes, I mean, clearly, you can hear me okay. I'm still might be a slightly mucusy. So it's like, I still cough, but it's like very, very rarely now. So it's like, I think for the most part, I'm over it.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, all of you beautiful people. This is session 44 of Ravnica Trail of Dragons. In case you can't read.
Okay, and
I hope you guys are ready for politics.
Oh no, not the politic talk. No.
Don't worry, I have a system to make it not harebrained.
Okay, and then we do have Realm Wars coming in a little bit later. He mentioned his back's been bothering him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we will have some later Realm Wars things. Some Real M Warsaw coming down the pipeline.
He's getting his back looked at by Llama. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh woo.
Oh my god, no!
Anyway. Well, now I have to do the other one now that you've reacted.
Oh my god. I'm blooming.
I'm blooming!
Oh my god, I'm blooming!
Problem? Fucking Aquaman!
So may as well give us just a second to go through a few things. So we do have a little bit of a special schedule in December. On December 13th, which will be 10 days after the Genshin update. Technically 11 days, but you know, it'll be basically the first session after the Genshin update will be our next session of Genshin Ultima.
Yay!
The 27th, we will not be returning to Ravnica, though. Will we, Letter? Letter, that's your cue to say the World Weaver's Web thing.
You might be zoning out a little bit. He did say he didn't get a lot of sleep.
It's possible. But yeah, but basically, the schedule's gonna be a little funky because basically, I think our Monday schedule is going to be pretty normal.
It should be. Like, yeah, now that I'm feeling better, we should we should be able we should be coming back
Right.
December 8th easily.
Yeah. So, like I said, our Monday schedule should be more normal. It's really the Saturday schedule that's going to be a little bit strange because we'll have Genshin Ultima on the 13th. We're most likely going to have World Weaver's Web on the 27th.
Yeah, so tonight's the last Ravnica session for the year.
Yes, it is. And then going into January, it'll be Ravnica on the 10th, and then Genshin Ultima again on the 24th. So most likely we're going to be doing our downtime stuff, basically going through February, and then when we do, we'll be in the next arc. We'll be in the next arc in Ravnica during the second half of March. But for now, we're going to be doing a little bit of downtime stuff. Speaking of, think we should get a bit into what previously occurred.
Yes.
So, previously on the more overt subjugation of Kaladesh at the hands of Dovin Bond occurred. Hebron was with guards going through the street trying to find planeswalkers. A few of them did get caught. Turns out that this place was a breeding ground for planeswalkers. That's crazy. But Hebron ended up being taken care of. Then Dovin ended up being killed by Bear after Shiro bit his fucking leg.
Good dog.
And then Urik, after a good amount of effort, got proven to not be weak, to not be as strong as Bear, and fell as well. And now we are in the aftermath of that gigantic battle, and there's a lot to be done. So we are sort of immediately as that battle has ended.
All right.
And you guys are in the ruins of the old... You guys are at the ruins of the old consulate building. In this particular moment. I'll let you guys process the immediate aftermath a little bit more before I have sort of the setup for most of what's going to happen in this session.
Okay, let me switch over to RP screen.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I would say probably like Badrina's just at this point, like, now that the battle is over, it's just, yeah, taking that much needed breather.
They has separated from being your armor for the moment.
All right.
Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, it's like that. This should be quite the blow. And then she like goes back and she thinks, she's like, okay, well, two known cultists and a big collaborator are now gone. No sign of anomaly, though. I think we need to doubly make sure that he's still not around on this plane.
I will begin looking through what we can of Dovin's records for any indication of where he might have gone.
All right.
I guess in the meantime, while he's doing that, we got to work on getting other things ready. Ick, I see that you have moved yourself. Is there something that you wanted to?
I can't remember exactly where Hebron's body was, but Ick would like to go over and sort of.
Sorry about here.
Like, is it around there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was down there somewhere. But she's a little troubled because she wants to, like, she's fine of things dying, of course, right? That's just natural way of life. But she's conflicted because she really would have liked to know why Hebron had it out for her. What was his problem with her parents and stuff. So she's just sort of looking at the body and trying to think if she could move it and find a way to talk to him again.
I will initially ask the question, do you have Speak with Dead?
She does not.
Well, in that case, Prem will come over. It's like,
Um,
listen,
I
pretty
have
sure
Speak with Dead.
you have Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. I'd imagine you can probably see in the distance it being in front of Hebron's body.
Oh yeah. Oh. Good. Yeah, I just walk up to the decapitated body of Hebron. I just look at Bear and ask if I could use the Speak with Dead spell on his head.
I think I remember Bear put after the battle, Bear put the head back over with the body.
Oh yeah. Then in that case,
I might be
just
wrong.
cast.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, I cast Speak with Dead on Hebrew's head.
Mika friend.
Give me just a second looking at this. Okay. Okay.
Yep. And
So as you're casting this, sort of the spirit rises up from the head and appears, and it's this sort of rises up and takes proper form and is looking down towards you. It's like, here, I thought you were done with. And he looks to the side, seeing Ick.
Hello. Ick have questions.
So, let me check my notes to see if we should wait on this. I don't think that we should. No, we have no reason to specifically wait on this. It can happen now. So, you get to ask 5 questions.
Oh.
I will say the answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. and there's no compulsion for Hebron to give you a truthful answer.
Because he recognizes
Especially
us.
since Hebron would recognize you, in particular, Ick, as very much an enemy.
Yeah, I figured. Like, he's still got all of his memories. He's still got beef.
Mm-hmm.
Hebron friend. What? Why not like Ick? Why not like Ick parents?
You do not have the right to call me friend.
Could be friend.
No.
There's 2 questions
Well.
already asked.
What the fuck?
I will say he technically didn't answer the first.
Yeah, fair.
But so I will actually give somewhat of an answer to the first. Instead of him just saying you don't get to call me friend. But I will say that other one does use up the second question because it's funnier that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be fair, I think that first thing you said is really the question. So why you not like Ick? It's like you come from a family of charlatans, murderers, thieves.
What did family do?
Through the ways of the Golgari into Snezhnaya. That's 3.
Yeah.
Guys, have we heard that word before?
Sneznaya? What?
Or not Snezhnaya, Selesnya.
Okay.
Lavnia.
I was about to say, I was like,
Okay.
wait a minute, what?
That's
Like, I thought that was a Genshin thing. I was like,
Yeah.
hold on. Wait.
Yeah, we haven't got.
Snezhnaya, Selesnya.
We haven't.
No.
Yeah, it's like we haven't got this Naya yet. Yeah, just kidding.
I would imagine we're probably not gonna get this Snezhnaya in this campaign.
Hey, Gamma.
Hello, you are in time for Ick to be answering questions of Hebron's ghost. 3 questions have been answered. So the answer to the third question was that they threw the ways of Golgari onto Selesnya. Not to be confused with Snezhnaya. Can you imagine if somebody did that?
Man, that'd be crazy.
That would be absolutely insane if anybody were to ever do that.
I had nothing to do with that.
So 3 questions answered.
So Hebron was. Does anyone have, like, just before Ix runs her mouth a little bit, like thinking out loud? Does anyone have any question suggestion? Because, like, you'd be able to see. You can come up and probably, yeah.
I
Well,
will message you your the question.
Are you messaging with a
I'm
spell message or?
no over DMs.
Oh, okay, yep. Because to be honest, I'm sure you'd probably be able to see what's happening here, and you're like, oh, I got this question.
Yeah, I mean, I could say
Thanks,
that
Joe.
I sent it to you telepathy.
Yeah. You join cult to get back at Golgari?
You specifically. That's question number 4.
Yep. Okay, that basically answers what you wanted to, Eliza.
Yeah.
How did X family? Fuck. How do I word this? I want to ask, like, how did X family, what, like, fuck. But how with Selesnya? How Golgari? Yes. How did?
I guess you're trying to ask what parents, how did
Actually,
they do it? Something like that?
yeah, exactly. What did they do to, like, tarnish the traditions and stuff? But said it in Ickish form.
If you do not have the intelligence to understand how a murderer and thief pushed their ways onto Selesnya, then you do not deserve to know. That's number 5.
Yep, fair.
Alright.
He angry about goblin things.
Yeah, if you want to ask him more questions, you'll have to wait 10 days.
Okay.
I feel like what we can do is, if we want to do that, if we want to do more questions in, like, because I'm planning for this whole downtime to be 4 sessions. If in one of, like, the latter half of the downtime session, of these 4 downtime sessions, so probably the ones in February, we want to do the Speak with Dead again during one of those, because the whole downtime time is going to be intended to be 2 weeks. So sometime during the second half of that, 10 days will have passed.
Okay. Well,
That's it.
so in that case, does this? Yeah, it doesn't say I can't. Yeah, Ick would like to cast Gentle Repose to keep his corpse all nice and fresh.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, Baral ends up coming out, and he has some devices. They look like little bars made of this plastic and metal. Audio logs of various conversations. If you are interested in what he's been doing, or potentially where an anomaly is, these would likely have the answers. So, I do have a slight structure in mind for this session.
Okay.
I have five audio logs. To prevent it from being too much of my narration the whole time, for an extended period of time, what we're going to do, what I think would be best is if the way it goes is as follows. We play an audio log, we have some time for people to process it, we have a scene away from the audio logs to sort of break it up a little bit, and then we come back and we do those, and then we do stuff involving the rebuilding of the Avishkar government. Okay. The sort of rebuilding process of the buildings and whatnot can be happening during this 2 weeks, and the aspects of, like, voting in the new government, as it were, is going to be happening over the course of these 2 weeks, so that basically a lot of what's going on here in relation to the government stuff is just over the course of the 2 weeks that stuff is happening.
Okay.
All right. Does everybody else think that's cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And I do have some plans for what some of the scenes between the audio logs are, but again, I will give chances to process what was in each audio log as well.
Alrighty.
So who is ready for the first audio log?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let me make sure this is on fucking loop. Because it will need to be. Audio log 1. The first voice you hear in this is a female voice. I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Inspector Bond. The terminology Inspector Bond indicates that this conversation is happening actually before he was part of the consulate, possibly before the Indigo Revolution, which is the one that happened in canon that involved Chandra Noir. So this is an older log.
Okay.
And Ick, I would like you to roll insight.
Okay. Do. What is my insight? That is a dirty 21.
All right. Ick, I'm going to DM you what you realize as that voice plays.
Mm.
For some reason, we're not friends. Let me fix that.
You hate me.
No, I don't. That's why I'm fixing it.
Hey. I'm really bad at remembering to friend people on Discord, honestly. It's my fault, probably.
It's both of our faults, because I could have remembered to do it. So after that voice, the next voice you hear is Dovin's. And he does sound younger, thus confirming that this was in the past. Naturally, Madame Villembe, I do not find this revolution of heritage a cause for alarm. All the more reason to ensure those who would have no place to act upon it. Indeed. You know the laws of the consulate, however. They discover his affinity for fire magic, and... well, given what happened with that Nalar girl, it's easy to... I see. Yes, that aspect I can see the cause for alarm. You'll be happy to know that the regulations on fire magic have been adjusted since the Nalar incident. It is no longer punishable by death, save for the extreme circumstances. And simply being a child of some foreign entity is not enough of a factor to lead to that conclusion. You are truly in the good graces of our bloodline for this, Inspector Bond. It is well appreciated, if unneeded. Then there's static for a moment. And then the audio log seems to continue, but it is later. But it is actually later. Addendum. It has been 15 years since this meeting with Zohana Valimbe. On this day, the child that has come to be known as Amut Valimbe, otherwise known as Amut Bolas, has burned down his and his mother's home, killing her in the process. Inspectors show rather unusual mana traits of the burns to the home, like the fire in question was spiritual in nature. Further investigation required. It is unfortunate that after Madame Valimbe's passing, but I believe this woman has lied to me about her son's heritage. I think I've seen this fire before. Oh. And that is where that audio log ends. We're opening the floor to reactions from the party.
Amort? Who woman?
That is the voice of the woman who said she was my mother.
Oh.
Given some of the deception involved in my upbringing, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that was untrue.
Mm.
So you did not know about this either? No. I can get one of the mages to use a zone of truth in order to confirm your story. Forgive me for not instantly believing you. It's fine. I wouldn't expect you to. Any other reactions from the party?
Nope.
No.
Mm.
In which case, I suppose we're going to get to our first little scene. And this scene kind of goes alongside. It's like, I need a moment. Abu leaves the scene for the moment.
Hmm?
Ick,
Did
do you
Ix-
follow?
Ick would like to try.
Mood is going to let you follow.
Hmm. Ick will be there. Yay.
This burned out house. And based on the content of that audio log, you can kind of guess where this is.
Hmm.
Should burn it the rest of the way down.
Ick here to support.
He looks to you and is like, I certainly appreciate it.
Hmm.
He steps forward a moment. So eventually, I guess he knew.
Hmm.
Knew before I did who I really was.
Hmm. And not told.
Based on the timeline, it would have been at some point after he had been working for Bolas and Ravnica, right? Yeah. Because I would have been 15. So, why wouldn't he reveal it at that point? Ick, I'd like you to roll another insight check.
Yep. That is 17.
You are getting the impression that he is purposely trying to figure out the logic behind these decisions in order to intentionally distract himself.
Amut? Work important, but if you need break, you should take break. You should rest.
I suppose you're right. He looks around the place. It's like, this place does need to be torn down, though.
Maybe. But wreckage also beautiful.
He moves towards this bedroom with a surprisingly clean bed. Save for the dried blood splatter still in this room from when he was attacked by Balthazar after being stabbed by an anomaly. Even after all that, this is still where I went for refuge. I'm not making that mistake again.
Still comfortable place.
He looks towards Ick. I suppose. But I do have a much better home to go back to. He smiles a little bit.
Are there any keepsakes you want to take? Make home feel more home.
Part of me just wants me to forget the woman who lied to me my entire life. But
I can understand.
he roots in one of the drawers. And he finds this pendant with what appears to be a dragon's claw. This feels important.
Very pretty.
Do you mind if I ask your opinion? Considering what's about to be happening with what was Kaladesh, at some point they're going to need more leadership.
Oh. You consider it?
I'm considering being part of it. Blind eternities know that I'm... Especially now that I know that Azrani is involved in running things, I'm less inclined to just trust it to run itself.
Well, and what's good at running things.
I'll definitely keep it in mind. He looks at that. He looks at that pendant again. Especially if the people decide they want to trust me.
If they don't, they're wrong. But I can understand them. Need to be proven trustworthy. But I believe.
Very well. I'll keep it in mind. I don't think I'm going to be that interested in listening in on the other logs, though. That first one was pretty heavy. If they need me for them, then you know where to grab me.
You stay here then?
Probably. Just to figure out if I do want to keep this place or not.
Ick has suggestion.
Yeah?
The wreckage beautiful and tear down is fine too, but rebuild? Make new thing in old place.
That is an option.
Like mushroom on soil.
Now, I would change music as we go into the next log. But this is honestly the best music for most of the logs. So we're just gonna stick with this. So audio log number 2. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yes.
You guys hear it cut on, and the first voice you hear is once again not Dovin's. So, have I done enough to prove to you that I am who I claim to be? Bear, you recognize that voice instantly.
As who?
The sandy bitch.
Bear was about to leave. This body has to be destroyed. But as soon as he hears the voice, he stops. Of course.
That most certainly proves it to me, sir. I apologize for questioning your lineage then, Mr. Geolis. I've been lied to about these things before. You were? Oh. Oh yeah, right. Bleak. I see. So you do know about that. Yeah. That was, necessary lie. the fewer people that knew the truth, the better. In fact, maybe better if he personally doesn't know either. Something I'd hope you'd be willing to maybe help me out with. Ah, I see. More secrets then, I presume? You're a man of logic, right? So, let's view it like this. I'll give you all the assistance you need in getting your position in Kaladesh back. Actually, you know what? Even better. Put you on the consulate instead of just a lowly little inspector, because I know that's what you really want. You'll be running the Azorius all over again. The only thing that I ask of you is that the plane itself is mine. Yours to run as you wish, don't get me wrong. Other than what I want. It perhaps undercuts the rule of law in Kaladesh to have a Grand Consul that rules from the shadows as you are requesting. And to intentionally suppress an ongoing manhunt for... right. Sorry. I think I phrased that in a way that, makes it sound like you have a choice in the matter, which... I mean, I guess you technically do. There's like the sound of shifting sands and choking grunts from Dovin that play over the audio log for a moment. I mean, I could just kill you and install my own console in your place. Very well then, Grand Consul. Then we're in agreement. And over the audio log, you can hear the :3 of like a cat-like little smile in Geolis's voice, just about.
Oh, God.
Oh. Reactions?
Liza, hearing that, clenches her fist tightly.
Mm-hmm.
Coward little snake.
Technically, not a snake.
A coward all the same.
Any other reactions to that? Any other processing we want to do with that before I have a little scene? With one of you.
Nope.
This Bolas need to pay for their assistance in the responsibility of my god being killed.
I see. Bear, do you have any reaction to that?
No. Bear's
said-
just listening. He's a bit mad still, but he's kind of focused on work at this point.
Yeah, let's get to your work. You're disposed of the bodies. You can drop anywhere. We're just using this map to be in a place. But you can put yourself wherever you like here. There we go. Lovely spot. You're working on getting rid of these bodies, you know, as you do. And boy, you were the one who got that killing blow on Arik, weren't you?
Ah, shit biscuits. Alright, what's going on here?
Why do I hear boss music?
That might be fucking boss music, but he's not winning again. He lost every time. They lost every time, and they will lose again if they try it.
You feel on your shoulder a coarse, almost grainy hand.
There it is.
Reek was very wrong.
This is true, you Cindy bitch.
I'll give you Sandy, but bitch? Really?
Bitch.
Coarse language.
Saved only for the people who deserve it.
He's just circling you at the moment. It's like...
Bear looks unimpressed.
He's like right in front of you, and it's like... So... Bear... He seems to use, like, air quotes when saying that name.
How can I help you? Into a grave.
Feel so confident. I suppose I can't really blame you. Yawns and stretches as he backs up. For what you just did. I'm not foolish enough to show up and try to fight you like this. But I think between you and I, it's really interesting. Isn't it?
Your ability to halt the anger boiling within me is strange.
Pretty unique, isn't it? The capacity to be able to quell passion.
Indeed.
But you're still strong without it, aren't you?
Of course. Bear does not really need to enter violent fury in order to hurt people?
I suppose that's... See, that is what makes this more interesting. See, if it were just the if it were just you, the unstoppable force, and me, the immovable object, that'd be boring. No. I'm the thing that stops the unstoppable force. And you have gotten me interested. Oh. And he starts stepping back with that smile on his face. That makes you the one that moves the immovable object.
Is he just walking through the fountain?
He almost like seems to step into the air above the fountain, actually.
Fucking monks. An immovable object that floats.
I do more than that. I suppose since the message I sent to your frog friend wasn't strong enough... Oh, right. You guys aren't really friends, are you?
Co-workers at best.
I guess that's why. I guess I'll give you a little bit of advice then. And his voice goes from that sort of tired, emotionless, to seemingly angry. Check your compass. Make sure the direction that leads you home is safe.
Bear does not have compass.
Bear, I need you to roll a d20.
That's a 16.
Okay. Sand seemingly seems to fall off of him, seemingly into the water. And it's like, oh, you do. But it's not on you, is it?
Bear just cocks his head to the side. He is genuinely confused.
I need you to roll another d20.
9.
Ooh, that's bad. Kira, I thought you were supposed to be the smart kind.
Bear never said that.
That's what so many people say about you. And yet... He shrugs a little bit. I need you to roll another d20, please.
10.
I need to look this up. Is a close call. You should take a break. Go home. Everybody needs rest every now and again. So let me make sure the message I gave the frog is clearer to you. When you take from me, I take from you. I need you to roll a d20 again.
$13.
Okay.
Bear has taken nothing from you.
You've taken my plane from me.
It was never yours.
I suppose he was never yours. He's slowly walking away, back turned towards you, sand again falling off of him. And eventually, he disappears into it.
Is this a planeswalk or some other effect?
It is a planeswalk.
Cool, there's a mark there.
So here's the thing about that, because I did
Oh?
anticipate this. I need you to roll an investigation check because the mark is smeared.
What a bitch!
This is why we call you Sandy Bitch.
14.
I am definitely going to roll against that. Nope. He disguised it enough.
Bear registered the threat to North.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely registered.
Yeah, it's a good thing you only failed one of those death saves, huh?
Death saves? Fucking what now? You fucking what when? And fucking excuse me? What? Geolis is fucked up now. I would like to refer you all to the Whitest Kids You Know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have fucked up now.
Yeah, now you
fucked up.
We gotta get that sound effect.
Now you fucked up.
Yeah, we gotta get that for the soundboard. That now you fucked up over and over again.
Yeah, so...
Bear resumes destroying the body. Like, this is a process of chemical and magical destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Until not even the ash is left. There is nobody. The only way to get this man back is reincarnation, and if anyone tries that, Bear will probably crush their skull. Also, reincarnate doesn't exist in 5e.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure the spell reincarnate is a Pathfinder thing.
It's also D&D, 5e as well. It just
Yeah,
brings you back
it's-
randomly as a different race.
Yeah, it's in 5e too.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So it is!
Mm-hmm.
And I
but you require having a bit of the body.
also, I think only druids could cast it if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is the Druid Revive spell.
Yeah.
It's also level 5.
Yep.
Anyway, Bear's done with that. So now Bear heads back to Ravnica.
Bear heads back to Ravnica. Where's Bear going in Ravnica?
Well, destroying the body is done. Now it's time to find where North is.
Where's the first place you check?
Home, obviously.
Oh, you're gonna not be a fan of this. As you reach your door, you can see sand seeping from underneath it.
Of course. He opens the door.
North is currently unconscious, but stable, sand seeping out of his mouth and ears.
And he wonders why they call him Sandy Bitch. Bear walks over and scoops North up. And makes his way to where he believes the closest healer probably would be. There's a medic in New Prav. There has to be medics in Azorius. People who can help heal. They're not doctors, but they're medics.
There definitely are. Hey, Tuffy, this might be a good time for you to be here while we're at it. Tuffy?
Oh no, Sandy bitch got Tuffy.
God fucking damn it! First my partner, now my partner. Fuck!
Oh no.
TP, you okay? Or is your mic muted?
Yeah, like is your mic itself muted?
Might be AFK.
Possibly. We can very well.
Apparently TP is Sandy Bitch.
So I might have, I might have, forgotten to unmute myself for the past hour.
Have you been making comments this entire time?
No, not large comments. It's more like the occasional funny comment.
We've missed out on jokes. This is the worst timeline.
Look, it's muted DDD, our hero.
No, my fucking. I'm taking your kneecaps.
No, not my kneecaps. I need both of them.
Oh, you don't need both of them. You can survive with just one.
Yeah, so I was about to say, Bear is bringing North to Azorius because medics. And I figure this could be a good time
to bring back a good friend.
The fucking rabbit's coming back.
A rabbit's coming back.
Rabbit. The fucking rabbit, mate.
Okay, where do I want to? I'll
You
drop
idiot! It is the rabbit.
Oh, it can't be that dangerous. It's not.
Where in the fuck did I put the? Oh wait, no, they wouldn't be here anyway. So never mind.
All right. I assume.
Yeah,
this is...
they would. Yeah, you have dropped off the Dawnbringers back in Valor's Reach. Tybalt and Simon came with you.
Okay. Cool.
And you see Bear carrying North. North does appear to have sand-related choking injuries.
Oh, that doesn't. What happened while I was away?
Bear looks up from North to the sound of his partner's voice. Hello. Please, help.
All right. I think Tuffy can see the sand from that may or may not be related to Sandy Bitch. Tuffy would obviously not use that language. However, I am TP.
Mm-hmm.
The sandy one dies next.
Okay. Do we know where okay. What do we do with sand? What do we do with sand? What do we do with sand? Do I have anything to do that can work with sand?
I will give you a hint. Basically, he's at 0 HP and stable. So if you heal him, he will be able to cough up the sand.
Heal him. Okay, cool. Lay on hands. And you know what? As I'm laying hands, Tuffy's gonna go to Bear and be like, so was that whole thing in what was that place called? Kaladesh done?
Avishkar. Or is it Avishkar?
Avishkar.
Avishkar. They've changed the name. The problem is solved. Everyone behind it is dead. Beheaded for the most part.
Well, okay. You know what? That works out. I'm gonna use all of the as much as I can for lay on hands, which is about 25 points of HP.
As you do so, North is able to cough up the sand and gasp for air. You know, that's pretty torturous even for me. Says Tybalt.
Which is why he is dying next.
See, I like the way you think. How the hell did that happen anyway?
Diolus was apparently puppeteering Avishkar behind the scenes and was not very happy that Ulrich, the other one, and Hebron are dead. He is notably not saying Dovin's name.
The other.
Unfortunately,
Other
classified.
one.
Other.
Right. Other one. Tybalt does air quotes. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Bear leans in. The populace cannot know.
That's why I didn't say it. I have your back more than you may think I do, you know.
The other window.
Bluskin, your partner did the treatise on him.
That other one. That other one, yeah. Tuffy does know at this point. He just, but he also knows better to actually say it out loud.
Good.
I think I'd like to imagine that maybe this has happened before, like way in the past, early on, like, and Bear had to correct him that one time, and Tuffy has known better since.
Simon's like, well, we got some, I guess, good news and bad news about Vincer.
And that would be?
Well, the good news is we know where his body is.
That is good news.
Yeah,
The bad
then there's
news
the
is,
bad news.
The bad news is where it is. It's Thunder Junction. It's currently reanimated.
Reanimated, yeah. With, that, I think she said her name was Kataili?
And she basically is wanting a trade.
Bear, you wrote down the names. You probably wrote down the names that Amut gave you for members of the cult.
Yeah, Bear hears the name Kataili and pauses and slowly looks back up at the three. Another cultist.
At the very least, as long as they're there, there might not necessarily be. We can go to that one. That's obviously it's something I would like to do, but we're thankfully in a position where we do not have to be there right away.
What she's trying to do is offer some kind of trade. The way she put it was high value body for high value body.
It's so.
You know, if this cult is this fucked up, and he kind of gestures to north, this fucked up, maybe I should do something about that.
This is the act of only one member. Bear refers to him as the Sandy Bitch, but his name is Geolus. And Bear will have his head on a fucking platter.
Funny, sounds like how that purple dragon bitch sounds like how the lightning bitch feels about Tuffy.
Oh, yeah. That. Isn't he also on Thunder Junction?
Best I knew he was. Gave me one hell of a crick in my neck after our fight.
What we do next, we'll probably need everyone, regardless of where we go. and next time I'm not gonna sit around. And especially after what we have learned about after everything we've learned about what happened recently, I'm willing to
That place is probably a mess too, ain't it?
Who are they what place are they referring to?
Avishkar.
Sorry, I had to take my headphones off for a sec.
yeah.
Avishkar is currently reeling from an open rebellion and the execution of the corrupt government.
He looks towards Tuffy. Is like, do you need to like help with that?
I can. But before we do, Tuffy's gonna take out Fenzer's notes. We gotta get these to Florin. Sure, he'll be able to actually, he'll be able to figure out how to interpret these way better than I can.
Florence, I think, is at home. It is the middle of the day.
Alright, I'm gonna hop over there and then I'll join you in what's that place called? Avishkar?
Avishkar.
Got it.
You will probably end up getting
here
a
for a
ride.
while.
You will probably wind up getting a ride from Cinco at some point to get there, by the way, because you don't actually know where it is. Or you don't actually, like, you know,
Yeah,
already have.
If you're not going, if you're going back right away, send someone over to Ravnica so that I can get over there. If not, well, I mean, you can wait here a couple extra minutes, right?
Bear is not going back for a long time. You have to take care of North.
Got it, got it. That's definitely gonna make
We can work on how Tuffy gets the message.
In the meantime, I guess we're doing the Florence thing off screen. That's okay.
We're doing more with that later.
Gotcha.
We have more things to do. Trust me, I have things. I do have things. But what we have first is the third audio log. Once again, the first voice you hear is not Dovin's. Brother Geolis informed me that you might be the person I should speak to about a test subject for the work of someone under our consult, Mr. Bond. Consul Bond, actually. Bedrinus, you recognize this voice from the... who had the dream where it was Vonda and Joust?
Was that me? It was a while ago.
I think you had the one with... No, Ick had the one with Anonymly. I think you had the one with Vonda and Joust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Point
I
is,
remember.
somebody recognizes that as the voice of Joust.
Okay.
Ah, my sincerest apologies for the lack of formality, Consul. As I was saying, our research assistant, Dr. Kamen, is looking for a subject to test his genetic modification efforts on. You would not happen to... Genetic modification, you say? Hold on. Our researchers have been doing some genetic research themselves. I have the perfect specimen. Badrinus, I'd like for you to roll an insight check as a few moments pass in the audio file.
Alrighty. Insight. Don't get stuck in my dice box. Okay. Different dice. Okay. I rolled my big fairy die and it got stuck in the box. So insight, that will be 24.
Oh, excellent. So that's what you get for that result.
Okay.
So the few moments pass, and there's a faint sound of chains coming in as Dovin speaks again. Genetic model T041, by an engineered to be almost entirely a blank slate, genetically speaking. We have limited supply, but... And then you hear a voice. I have a name. It's... And you hear the T sound, but it gets cut off.
Oh, shit.
Don't mind him. He's insistent. A blank slate, yet with a sense of individuality. You understand why I think he's the perfect fit? I personally blame the sample genetic materials used in its creation. That it was my own that was responsible. More likely that Demir agents, that one changeling under your command, brought my way. I should correct you this time. Consul Bond. Anomaly is not under anyone's command, nor am I under his. Correction noted. My apologies. Either way, that is the strongest variable at play. So, the most likely cause for their... I told you, Dad, I have a name! Are you really just gonna be this quick to toss me away like this? I've told you not to call me your father, T041. And I've told you to call me Tor! And you hear... And I need everybody who is in this scene to roll a perception.
Perception. Okay.
Ooh,
19.
18.
Oh, there's my perception. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. I didn't get my calculator. Hold on. 26.
Okay. I have to send it to Jen as well, and I have to send it to you. Is anyone else in this scene that should be rolling a perception? Ika got a 24, so... Anyone else in the scene? I do see Murdoch there. And Ik, are you here or are you off with a mood?
Ik is here. You already sent it to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm tripping.
That's fine. Ik came back.
Loki, you are also here. Yeah, no, you already rolled too. I'm being dumb.
You're okay.
Gamataki, you're here. Did you roll perception?
Oh, no. That's gonna be a 17.
All right. I think it's pretty likely that you pick up on that. And Murdoch, you're in this scene, correct? Did TP forget to unmute again?
All right, I'm back.
Murdoch needs to roll perception.
Prescription. Gotcha. What is my prescription? I need to actually also open up Murdoch sheet. That would probably help.
Mm-hmm.
Prescription. That's a 24. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That's a 24. All right. Ooh.
So there is a moment after that slap of like just dead silence. And it's like, perhaps Connor can do something to mitigate that personality. If he can, it would most certainly be appreciated. At a minimum, get rid of the memories. The last thing you'll want to deal with is some traumatized brat. And that is where the audio log ends.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Bedrenas just kind of turns to Tori, you know. Just not like, you can see like she's probably trying to keep her cool, but given, you know, what we've just heard, it's like she's pissed, but she is doing her damnedest to be restrained about it.
Corey has shrunken down into full blob form on the ground at the moment.
Well.
Tori, what have you noticed? You just flinched earlier.
Do I really need to explain it?
I don't think you need to.
You don't need to if you understand.
Yeah, Bedrenas, she will send like a message cantrip to Tori, and she'll just say, we know where they are. We know Connor came in, and we know Joust. They're in Strixhaven. We'll make them pay.
He quietly nods. And he just looks towards Bids and is like, probably guess why I didn't remember that. Has to be more than just them, though.
What feelings do you have right now?
Just a lot of them flooding in at once.
Then I suggest saving your stronger ones for when we do face him.
As emotionally complex as this is, I should point out something. If I may have what your actual name that you go by is. He seems a little reluctant, but they seem a little reluctant. But also, like, Badrina's roll an insight check since you know him so well. Or them so well.
Yes, so that will be 19.
So the thing is, you know that for the longest time, they felt the need to... Like, they felt like their real name needed to be a secret, but now they're wondering if that was a trauma response.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's where she says, you know, it's like, in Simic, we've seen cases like this, you know, given the fact that the Combine does dabble in experimentation, it can sometimes lead to various forms of trauma, especially on the mind. That's actually why I joined the Combine. Try to help mitigate those chances. So it's possible that that's what we're witnessing here. It's kind of mental trauma.
Given what we just heard, I believe it could be relevant to refer to them as... And as Baral is about to say that series of numbers again, they cut him off. Tori. Based on what I just heard, I must have never wanted to hide that name. So, just... Tori.
Well, Tori is a nice name. Be proud.
Baral nods. It's like... Then, Tori, you should be aware that... Given the evidence we just found, that does make you properly qualified for a position in Avishkar's new government. Should you be willing to run for such a position? have a lot to process with this. Give me a bit. Of course.
Do you need to step outside, Tori?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of starts slinking his way out for the moment.
Okay.
Murdoch's just gonna tell Bedrinas, I'll give them one thing. I take them in leadership over who we had before.
They are very reliable.
The bar's not.
Yeah, they are very reliable.
The bar's not exactly high.
Yes, but they are very reliable. I can personally attest to that. But these things, dealing with mental traumas, it's a very, very delicate matter. We cannot push them into things like this so quickly.
Murdoch nods and looks over to Gamataki, who said that wasn't a very high bar to clear, because I heard that. And and Murdoch just kind of sighs and goes, the fact that we had that bar so low for that long means you can do pretty much anything else. And I'll take any else.
Okay.
Except for that. Except for that one guy who seemed to kill Dovin.
All right, so then Bedrinas will turn to Eliza and she's gonna say, I'm gonna stay with Tori. If anything else comes up, you let me know.
Understandable.
And she will walk out with Tori to keep an eye on them.
By the time Bids gets out there, Tori's just crying. As like several of the memories of his what you now know to be pre-Ravnica life just start flooding back. And based on what you heard, they weren't good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Bedrinas is going to hug her little goop partner.
So originally I had a scene with Tori and Bedrinas for after that, but considering what we just did, I think we can go straight into audio log 4 instead.
Okay.
Audio log 4. Your consulate's a little empty. There were people who had trepidation with supporting the current regime on a higher scale. I'm already seen by some as an artifact of the pre-Indigo regime. So I'm stretched thin on public support, with the combination of that and shrouding your presence as Grand Consul. Luckily for you, that happens to be something I can provide for. I brought someone you'll be able to introduce to the public as a member of your consulate should the need arise. And you guys hear another voice? You all recognize this voice. You weren't lying? As the voice of Urik. I did tell you I wasn't lying. Ravnican, I presume. If I had to guess. Orzhov? I don't understand. Chandra saw you die. She brought back your hand! Ah, right. This. You'll find that Kaladeshi technology is quite marvelous on that front. As for the death, that was simply a simulacrum. I removed my hand and put it on the simulacrum so that the trophy would be real. I told you they were the ones lying, Arik. Even Eliza. I can't believe... Oh, right. Speaking of coming back from the dead... Consul Bon. Remember what I told you about that Aetherborn planeswalker? Ah, yes, the one who gained permanent existence through death in the Orzhov. Exactly. That got me thinking. How likely would it be to be able to do that the other way around? Take someone with an Orzhov contract and make them an Aetherborn? We've been doing research on such a thing, but it's been too dangerous to conduct a proper study on. The preliminary results are promising, however. Wait! Giolus, you're not considering... You said you wanted out, right? Think about it. Prem never has to worry about the consequences of his contract. He's about as close to being out of his contract as someone can get. Free as a bird. In spite of his cage. I am not an expert on Orzhov contracts, but in theory, yes. The contract would technically still be binding, but if the consequence of servitude in death were no longer possible, then you would functionally be... Then I'll do it. Man. That was quick. Guess I owe Joust $5 now. You do understand that you could trigger the exact thing you're trying to avoid doing this, right? But you said the results were promising. Unless you're lying to me, it's more of an answer. More of a solution than I've gotten from anyone else. I assure you, I am not. I don't lie about these kinds of things. Then I'll do it. Well, I suppose hearing that there is a willing participant in testing would be good news. We'll have to delay any announcement of your appointment to the consulate, however. Just in case anything goes wrong. See? Told you this relationship winds up better for everyone. End of audio log. So any reactions from the people who are in the room?
Liars. The lot of them are liars.
Well, I mean, technically they're not. I mean, realistically, technically speaking, there's really nothing stopping me from doing whatever I want. Like, they're telling the truth about the nature of me being a bit of a loophole. In terms of not having a better answer, well, Arik never asked about one. So, in that way, yeah, kind of lying.
If Arik would have just listened. They would have just listened. I could have found a better loophole than what they went through. I need a minute. Walking out and just everything is spinning. She's just tired. She feels like she can't keep this up. Like her battery, her emotional battery is drained.
So, you don't seem good.
No, I'm not. I'm just tired.
Get some sleep.
I should get sleep, but I also need a break.
You had said you wanted me to bring you to talk here. Is like, I mean, the next couple weeks are going to be a little bit busy for me, but like, are you going to have? Is this a good time for that? And no.
Honestly, I really don't know. I kind of want to be here with my friends, but at the same time, I need that break.
Then if you're not certain on where you should be taking this, then perhaps you do need to step away. Only proceed when you can truly have a concrete answer.
You know what?
Tell you what. I know this really good hot spring. Here's what we do. Make the initial trip, bring you right there. You get a chance to relax for a little bit, and then come back with it when you're ready. I'll probably have to dip back here, but by that point, you'll already know where the plane is and can come and go as needed.
All right. I can work with that.
Right, sounds good. He snaps his fingers. Motorcycle appears in front of the both of you.
Ooh.
He pulls his goggles down and steps on it. Hop on.
This is an interesting lane's walk, but she will get on.
He claps and cheers.
Azrani is right there. It's like, Dinari Mehatra, if you are going to be part of leading a revolution, you are going to make sure that you're here to clean up the mess. Do you understand me? Oh yeah, for sure, I will be. I'll be doing a lot better than you were doing.
Before they go...
And we will need to have a serious talk about your behavior. We'll also need to have a serious talk about your behavior.
Eliza will turn to
Lighten
Prim
up.
Eliza will turn to Prim and be like, "Can you inform my guildmaster I'm not returning right away?"
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright.
Should
Thanks, Bob.
probably see if the Tuster's back too.
Alright. She'll hold on, ready to go. Whee!
And Prem will leave for Ravnica. And now we can come back to Tuffy.
Oh boy, it's me.
It's a Becca Duprov.
So it is the middle of the day. Tuffy Q Tuffington,
Yes.
which is totally the actual name you have, and not something that I made up.
Chat, how do we tell him?
It's tough, DDD, our hero.
Oh my god. Oh.
So I presume that you knock on the door.
Absolutely. It's not like Tuffy's all rude dude, you know?
God, which husband answers? Which one would be funniest to answer?
Can I roll a D8?
You have not, or well, actually, yeah, it would be a husband other than Florin. So yeah, D8. I have them on a list here.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Broken answers. Oh. Hi, Tuffy.
Hi. Is Florence here?
Florence is still asleep.
All right. He's gonna give him Bender's notes. Can you give these to Florence when he wakes up? It's important. And tell him it's from Tuffy.
Oh, sure. He looks at these. It's like, wow, this looks complicated. And Tuffy, you hear behind you this poof. A bamf. A full-on bamf. Full-on Nightcrawler ass bamf.
Before BAMF had a different acronym.
Yep. Hey, Tester.
Oh, that's funny. You're right here after I was meeting with other people. Is that on purpose? Okay. What you doing?
I was coming to let Master Kaya know about know that Eliza needs a little bit of a break. Is there heavy and shit with the stuff going on in Avishkar? Oh, was Kaladesh, now Avishkar. It's a
Bear informed me.
yeah. God, you should have seen what Bear did to Dovin. And there was a dog, and it was super. And the dog bit him, and he said, "Get off me, you mangy butt!" And then his head was gone, and it was hilarious.
Fork.
Hold on. Okay. You can tell Tuffy's tough.
Mostly hilarious because Dovin's a piece of shit. You see.
Okay. Tuffy is looking at Dope and this is looking.
Doken is just blinking, and it's like, Dilvin. Yeah, you know, Dilvin. Buzz Roddy. Yeah, that guy is a some elf motherfucker that, you know, some like elf motherfucker that was like apparently doing some very, very shady things. Oh, trust me. They is broken up about what they found out.
Okay, we're gonna need to go. And to Prem, Tuffy's gonna whisper, and you might want to keep their names out of your mouth for now. At least not until we get back.
Yeah, just got used to being able to openly say the names.
No, I get it.
But by the time he's whispering that, it's like, whew, like Roken has closed the door back, and it's like, at least I had the Basrati save.
Mm-hmm. I think now it's time to go back.
Yeah, probably so. Before you can, you do hear someone else. It's like, oh, perfect. One of the people I was looking for.
You can't see it. I'm doing it in person. But like, was Tuffy was like pointing like, are you talking to me or to Prem?
Oh, you, of course, you were a partner of a... You had a partner before, yes?
Yeah, Pacifico? I believe it's... Yeah, it was Pacifico.
Someone from Tavastion, no doubt. Very rare to have planeswalkers from there, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you'd be able to do me a favor. See, I've got a letter that needs to be delivered to Tavastion.
Oh, right. Is there a reason?
Well, I have a few details, if you don't mind me sharing them.
I mean...
So, this first detail is something that makes it a little bit more complicated, admittedly. So, because of the sender has insisted that it's pretty important that someone from the nation of East River that it shouldn't be known by somebody from East River that this is being sent. That's apparently super important, which makes our interactions in relation to this a little bit more complicated. But I think I've done enough research to be able to mitigate some ways around that. For one, the sender did say where in Tavastion this letter needs to go. A place called Chioshi. And luckily for me, that's on the other side of the continent from East River, so... The only thing I'd really need is the way to get to Bastion in the first place.
Okay. Has Tuffy been there? Out of character. Has Tuffy been to Tavastion before? I wouldn't think so.
Tuffy has not been to Bastion.
Just making sure. Just making sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, I do have the name, and I did. He pulls out a sketchbook. I did do a sketch of what the person I'm looking for looks like, at the very least, as well.
All right.
The name is Ryu Seizan. And I will put this in general for the moment, and later we'll put it in the list of NPCs. And he pulls out his sketchbook. Oh, the skin is blue and tan. I've attempted to. I only have the black and white, but I attempted to mark where it was more clear to what it was, what it actually looked like. And Tuffy, I'd like for you to roll a history check.
All right, history.
On this sketch.
All right, history. What is my history stat? Oh dear. That's a 10.
I'm going to give you some for at least getting a 10, I'm going to give you some vagary. There's a loose resemblance to someone you know.
Loose resemblance, someone I know. Do I know who?
It's a loose enough resemblance that for a 10, I'm going to say no.
All right.
I figure at the very least, if you get Pacifico to take you there, you'd be able to bring me there later on. Win-win. If you'd be willing to help me out, of course. I promise I would be indebted to you if you would be willing to help me out on this.
Tuffy is very cautious, but at the very least, if this individual can't get to there, and if this individual who Tuffy does not recognize, who looks suspicious, means harm, at the very least he can't get there yet. But at the same time, if he means no harm, then, yeah, it would be a win-win. So, all right. Can I get your name first? Would that be okay?
Certainly. Crichton Zenius.
All right. Well, thank you, Crichton. I will keep that in mind.
Of course. You wouldn't happen to know where your partner is, would you?
Currently, he's taking care of somebody at his home.
I shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't disturb him then. Perhaps another time. Well then, ta-ta.
God damn it, Hermes!
I feel like he'd say if you see him first, you can pass the message along.
Okay. So,
Right. We should get going back to Avishkar.
Yeah, that's what we were going to do
Wait,
beforehand.
who's Bear taking care of at his place?
North.
Should have figured that. Be all about like rebuilding. Did something happen? I mean, I figure if it wasn't urgent, he'd probably just head right on back.
He was basically when I met up with Bear, he apparently had sand in his lungs. Lots of it. And only kind of got it out after I was able to heal him.
One of Prem's eyes seems to twitch and turn red as he's hearing that. That's... You know, we happen to have heard in the audio log something about that fucker. Funny thing, that. Tell you about it on the way.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need to catch... I'm gonna need to catch up on a lot.
And then... Banff.
Bam.
Full-on Nightcrawler Banff.
All right. So do I just drop him in? So where do I drop Do I drop Tuffy off right in the middle?
Really wherever you want.
All right. Bam.
And Banff. It's like, we've got fucking shit. Apparently that guy that Bear called the Sandy Bitch is attacking families now.
Tuffy's gonna look around and see like everything that has happened, a lot of the buildings that are still down and destroyed and whatnot. Do we see a couple? Does he see a couple of the bodies that, like, of Dovin or of Uriq or of
Hebron?
Dovin and Uriq? No, those were destroyed. Hebron has been gentle reposed and is headless.
and his head? Can he see that?
Yes. Well, the head is there with it, but he sees that the head was detached. But the whole thing has been gentle reposed.
Of course.
Preserve.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees the decapitation. It's just like, so that I think that was that bear's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I see. You guys did. A lot must have happened while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot to say on my end as well, but graciously, it looks like but I'll spare you some of the details for now. For now, know that at the very least, we seem to have found a cure.
Okay, let me get you up to speed on what we found. And Prem just goes over everything that's happened in Kaladesh / Avishkar during this whole time, and is doing so at such a rapid speed, but you are able to keep up because you're used to talking to Prem by this point, I'd imagine.
Yes, I see. Literally, just like as fast as Prem is able to speak these things out, Tuppy is just able to rapid fire. I see, and hear everything in between. Yeah, no, that was a lot.
Baral will go over. It's like, how are you two feeling? We are about to listen to the last audio log. It is rather recent. And this is Baral going to check on Badrinus and Tori.
Okay. Yeah, so how is Tori doing?
Tori has gotten a decent amount of the crying out of his system for now. It's like, we'll probably need to hear this one. We've still got no sign of where Anonymly went from what we've heard already, right? So.
All right. Okay. I imagine, like, Badrinus would probably, like, probably still holding Tori. Just kind of walks back. Looks like she's just carrying this little bundle of goo.
He eventually reforms to having legs and arms and things.
Alright.
And thus, audio log number 5. This is the only one where we hear Dovin's voice first. You're in quite the hurry. I've got intel. Should hurry. The one following me is an expert of surveillance. Badrinas, you don't need to roll history for this voice.
Right.
You know Anonymly's voice. Ick, I'd imagine you recognize Anonymly's voice as well from the dream sequence.
Mm.
You were followed. Yeah. Happens when your cover's blown by a pair of planeswalkers. Easy to shake when you know how to do it, though. I'll just head back to Theros from here, where they can't see the symbol. Of course. So, what is this intel? That rebellion you've been muttering? They've apparently got the Chasers on their side. I see. So our problems finally intersect. Exactly. Watch out for that bear guy especially. He could rip your head off.
Foreshadowing.
I'll
He didn't
remain...
listen.
I'll remain cautious. Did you manage to find out who specifically I should be on the lookout for? No one from here I can name outright. I just know the Chasers were recruited in when they found out you were still alive. Got the info from they, and when you keep mentioning your jealousy of. It's not jealousy! Look, it doesn't matter. Tori and Badrinas know that we know, so whatever countermeasures you have need to be... Hold. Did you say Badrinas? Yeah. I've mentioned her before. The one I convinced to join the Dimir. Let her believe she saved my assassination target. The one that I gave you the DNA for. It was still really impressive that she knew it was going to happen without any context. She's the surveillance expert I mentioned. Interesting. You know, you say that like you... Never mind. No time. I'll come back with a more full brief on the Chasers when I'm not being followed. And then there's like a moment or two of silence before Dovin speaks up again. But it's like he's walking towards the device to turn it off, and he just accidentally says this before turning the device off. So my daughter is still out there.
What? Whoa. Back the fuck up.
So, Badrinas Bond, what do you make of that?
That she at first she's more taken aback by the fact that, you know, oh, now they've just casually dropped her true guild for everybody to hear. But hearing that, she's like, wait, what?
You fucking what when?
I need to point out somebody actually fucked Dovin Bond.
Is this just the session where you threaten us with the future in everyone's fucking segment?
Mayhap.
Maybe.
Murdoch comes in towards Badrinas and is just like, listen, I am not. Listen. You are not. So, if he was your dad, first of all, Murdoch just shivers, and you just see the feathers just like all get ruffled. But second, you are not inheriting the sins of your father.
Hold up a second. Bids?
Yes.
Yeah,
siblings?
What? What?
Tuffy would have heard about they being revealed as basically Dovin's genetically engineered child.
Okay.
As, from
I
Frem.
think, okay, that's fine. However, then Tuffy realizing, oh wait, they're siblings. What? That's a lot. That's and speaking of a lot.
Yeah, there were a few things to unpack in that.
It gets overwhelmed.
I'd like to remind Madrinas of another thing that Anonymly said.
Mm-hmm.
The one he convinced to join the Demir by letting you believe you saved his assassination target.
Yeah, considering, like, Badrina's, like, all this time, like, she has been silent because she's thinking back now. Like, she's thinking back to her past. And like...
Gamataki, Ika, Tuffy, and Ick in the party now all know that Badrinas is actually Demir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so pretty much, like, just kind of like, she's trying to make heads and tails out of all of this information, because clearly there had been gaps there, and this is Demir we're talking about, so she's like, there's no doubt there's been tampering going on, you know, especially on her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then she just looks out at the rest of the chasers. And I guess she just sighs in defeat. She raises her hand that's displaying her Simic ring. And she flips it to reveal the Demir signet.
Oh. Why?
It's like, why what?
Why be a fake Simic?
Because you're not supposed to reveal yourself. The house works in the shadows.
What happens if you do reveal yourself?
Depending on the situation, it could easily mean life or death. If the wrong people find out, the house can easily take you out.
Then we didn't find out?
The only person who truly knows is Bear. Because Bear made the decision to join. Other than that...
You didn't have to out Bear like that.
I thought Bear...
Hold on.
I thought Bear made it known that he did.
Did Bear make it known that he did?
No, he didn't.
Did Bear make it known?
Bear did not make it known that he had joined there, just that he had joined another guild.
I thought he did.
Okay,
my bad.
so yeah, we can backtrack.
Okay, yeah.
Because you were operating.
Okay.
A misconception.
Okay, my bad. You know, so she just says, you know, it's like, I have done my damnedest to keep everything hidden.
If the wrong people, like, discovers your secret, but we can help you cover up that secret of yours with the Demir.
Oh, there's no covering up at this point. Because let me make something abundantly clear. The house has eyes everywhere in all of the guilds.
Do they have eyes here?
It's just Petrina's just kind of looks at you like really? It's like, you're talking to one right now.
No.
Tori looks over. It's like, I'd like to remind you that the voice we just heard saying that shit on the fucking audio log was the voice of a Demir agent.
What Ick is saying is that we don't have to have heard anything. No one knows we heard. So we don't know.
We still don't. It's like, it's possible, but as I said, they've got eyes and ears everywhere.
So we shouldn't be acting too casually about this.
No. Especially around Eliza.
And the good news about this in regards to life or death with the Demir is that, like me, you're... Never mind, I won't say it here.
Demir agents have different jobs. Some do assassinations. Some people are like me. They strictly stick to surveillance. There's all different methods.
Tuffy's gonna raise his hand.
Yes?
I want you to be honest. Did you join us? Did you join the Chasers for surveillance?
In some ways, yes. My job initially has been to keep an eye on Eliza. So wherever she went, I went.
Why?
Like I said, it's my job.
Why Eliza, he mean? Dragon thing?
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna be difficult because, as far as I'm aware, the only people who don't know that you are not Simic are Eliza and Bear. Unless you've told Bear, in which case...
I have not. I can only hope mercy on his end, considering that he's been treating they very well, knowing. But you and I both know, he can be very protective of people he cares about. So essentially, not only do I have to worry about, constantly looking over my shoulder because of the house, it's possible I may have to add Bear onto that list. If I cross him, he might be the one I have to worry about.
Yeah, good luck with that one, buddy.
So what about you, Tuffy? Considering that you're both part of the Azorius and you are partners, are you obligated to tell him?
The deep silence is the thought is just I'm trying to think in character. So the long silence is not just me muting my mic for the umpteenth time. That's me just like trying to actually think.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can tell Tuffy's in very deep thought about this. And Tuffy's going to look to the other members that are here, to Gamataki, to Ika, to Ik. And even though he's not necessarily a part of the Chasers, he is still part from Ravnica, so he's also gonna look over to Prem. What did the rest of you think?
I mean, I haven't really talked to Bear. I don't really talk to Bear much myself, but it's tough because the more you hide it from him, the more likely it is to piss him off. At the same time, he doesn't seem to get pissed when things are reasonably understandable like this. So,
Ick going to do what she said and pretend that she hasn't heard anything.
That might be better. It's gonna be tougher in my case, knowing this and keeping it from Eliza, but I can manage it.
Tuffy, after working with Bear for years, you know one thing that would relate to this. He would rather you be honest with him, even if it's probably going to make him angry.
It is true.
He would rather you just tell him and let him be angry for a little bit than not tell him, have him find out later, and then be angry for a long time.
It is true. I've made up my mind. I'll be back in a bit. Alright.
Listen, I need to... The election is going to be in a couple weeks. I need to put my head on straight. I'm headed back to Ravnica for a little bit, and I'll figure out if I'm a candidate. I guess you need to figure out if you're a candidate too. Bids?
Yeah, that's the next problem. Yeah, because I can tell you another thing about the house. You know, just as how they have methods of surveillance. You know, they have methods of covering their tracks. Clearly, without our knowing. I mean, try as I might to think about, I'm honestly trying to remember everything from how I was recruited to my training to everything up until this point, and I cannot for the life of me recall anything about Dovin Bond. So if this information is true, then yeah, that should show you the kind of threat that the house can be. If they're able to tamper with even my memory, you know you cannot take us lightly.
So, who all is going back to Ravnica real quick? They is for sure going back to Ravnica for a bit.
Tuffy will also be going back, but mostly just to tell Bear. He'll come back more or less immediately after.
We'll actually who else is going back to Ravnica for even briefly? Anyone?
Yeah. Actually, Gamataki hearing this does look to Badrinas and is kind of like, do you think a possible infiltration to gather more intel might put us at a better advantage?
It will be extremely difficult.
I'm used to hard jobs.
Like, where are you planning? Like, what exactly do you want to try and infiltrate?
That would depend on what you think would be the most advantageous for us. And the best routes to get there.
And I out of character, I assume you're meaning, the Demir?
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, your best bet would be trying to find, I guess, some outside offices. As I said, there are agents in every guild. Do not try to go directly to the house. That's a death sentence.
You don't have to worry about me on that one. I'm not a novice.
So my best bet would be to try to find somebody within your guilds, and sure enough, you'll be able to find, hopefully you'll be able to find like a clear hierarchy. Foot soldiers, spies, assassins, all answering to different bosses.
Well, I know what we're doing with Gamataki next session.
Get the Metal Gear playlist ready.
Metal Gear playlist. Oh boy. Gamataki goes home, gets his cardboard box.
So,
speaking of novices, Tuffy.
So they is already knocking on Bear's door by the time Tuffy shows up.
Bear pushes the door open. Hey, Toffee? I thought both of you.
They is frazzled. Very, very frazzled.
Are you all right? Come in. There is always a place for you to sit down.
He goes to sit and just becomes goo again.
I learned a lot in the 5 minutes I was there.
So I was gonna come to tell you this at some point. And Corey begins describing to Bear them hearing audio log 3 and the memories that came flooding back when they heard it. Probably breaks down crying at one point mid-explanation of it.
You will have to forgive me, I did not hear audio log 3.
Ah.
TLDR.
Hang on, I think I can put... Let me just put the script of it in your DMs for the moment, and I will put all of the scripts in at the end of the...
At the end of the session.
Yes.
Alright.
It's the one that reveals that Tori is, by all accounts, Dovin's child, air quotes.
Bear sits down next to Tori and just places a hand on the general area of their back, whether he can or not due to the gooping. Parentage does not change who you have become. You are a better person than he ever was.
Not being a better person than he was that bothers me so much.
And what about it is what bothers you?
Imagine all those memories of... Imagine... if there were memories of being... treated like you don't matter. Treated like you... just a subject.
Less than a person.
Less than a person. Thanks, Tuffy. And they all come flooding back at once. In a single moment, with a single sharp sound. Referring to the smack, the slap, in the audio log.
Do you believe these memories to be more important than the ones that you have made since locking them away?
They look towards Bear, forming a little bit of a head to actually look in his direction. I guess not. They're incredibly sudden.
I cannot tell you to simply ignore them. It was untenable and bad for your health. However, what you should do is remember that they are in the past. Dolphin Bond may not have treated you as a person, but everyone else you know has. Pedrinus, myself, Taffy, the rest of the chasers. 2, maybe 3 men caused the start of your life to be miserable. But how many people have been trying to make it better since you met them?
In your case, technically, before I met you, burn it down.
Bear smiles at the reference. These feelings will come back, and they will hurt for the rest of your life. What truly matters is not that you can survive them hurting you, but that you can use that hurt to try and minimize it in other people.
Yeah. They kind of look towards Tuffy as Bear says that, almost indicating your turn.
Speaking of Bedrinus, actually, there was another audio log there.
How many of them are there?
Tuffy shrugs. He didn't know the number. He wasn't told how many there were. He only directly heard the one. But you know, he shrugs.
He would have been told this is the 5th relevant one.
As far as I'm aware, this is the 5th one that we would have the 5th one that would have been relevant. However many other ones there were, I don't know, but this is this one I was there for. But
oh, I apologize. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can hold my breath that long.
You gotta try. I'm gonna be real, I couldn't hold my breath that long. That was so long! That was crazy.
Crazy. I'm gonna lay in my chair, but lay in it, but hold on, I'm gonna lay in my chair, but not lay down where you were reclined back, because the chair can recline back. No, I'm gonna lay in my chair, where one headrest is the pillow, and my legs are going over the other one.
I have returned.
Hey, welcome back.
Okay, I gotta go. I have to sit back up then. Just got into a comfy position. Okay. So, in the audio log, we learned a couple things. For one, apparently, Tuffy's gonna look around and hope that he sees, and
North is asleep in the other room.
All right, no one else is around.
No one else is around.
Cool. Okay, first and foremost, apparently, Bids was Dovin's child.
Bear pauses for a sec. Somebody fucked him?
Well,
Were they blind?
well, not necessarily. I'm technically his child, and based on what was said, it didn't involve fucking.
Okay, that is still fucked up. Don't get me wrong, that is still completely fucked. Next thing you're going to tell me she's in the mirror.
How did
He
you
just
know?
He just looks blankly at Tuffy. Or they
Tuffy-
just look blankly at Tuffy.
Tuffy's gonna look blankly at they, and it's just like, and he's just gonna turn to Bear and just be like, "That was the second thing."
Bear guessed. When you mentioned the two things about Vidrinus, Bear had no idea about the first one, but the second one, if it is relevant to Bear, is probably guild affiliated.
Okay. Trying to remember that. I'm personally forgetting if there was a third thing.
I believe
the
it was
third
just the
thing,
two.
The third thing you would not realize is relevant.
All right.
The
Cool.
only people who would know that is relevant would probably be Tori and Badrinus.
Well, if
And Tori would not think it's relevant to Bear.
that is fair. So you don't mind that Bids was basically lying about being Simic?
You are telling Bear you couldn't tell?
Um,
Huh.
well, the thing is, unlike with me, it being an open secret is a little bit more of a potential problem for her.
She was definitely mentioning before I left to tell you. They have eyes everywhere, and if such a secret got out, that could mean life or death with her.
Look, I think with you guys, this is safe to say. I know her handler. Okay? On that front, she's pretty damn safe.
Tuffy has a sigh of relief. I'm not gonna say that this necessarily.
And Bear is the only one who knows what Tori means by knows her handler.
Yes, there are eyes everywhere. What you don't realize is that there's an extra pair in this room.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's almost like all three of them have the same handler.
Look, it was still better to come and tell you, because if you
it was in fact a subtle way to inform Bear. The good news is that if we keep the fact that it's exposed away from Lazav's sect of it, we're good.
Yep. Bear now knows the information is out, and that it is even more important to keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And that there's more people he's got to keep an eye on to keep their fucking mouth shut.
Eliza
means...
From the sounds of it,
Eliza still doesn't know. So,
and from the sounds of things, with Bids, it was basically hidden because she was sent to keep an eye on her.
All right. Plan going forward with this information. If anyone is to tell Eliza, it will be Bedrenas herself.
I can agree with that.
And that is when Bedrenas is comfortable, and no sooner. And it should be done in the presence of at least 2 other people, so they can quiet Eliza down when she inevitably screams her head off about it. You are being called out, Jen.
I'll have to remind her not to do it in the presence of closed drawers. That is also a call to Jen.
Those drawers.
Okay, I get it.
Listen, I'm not going to say this hasn't affected my trust a little bit. But I also understand how important this stuff is, and from the sounds of things, she didn't even realize that Dovin was her father. So it's fun day for everybody.
Indeed. Indeed.
But I'll relay that to the other casers. Thank you.
There's no problem. Bear is here to help.
Tori, are you gonna stay here for now?
By the time I'm going back to... By the time of the election, I'll be back. Sure.
I'll probably come back every now and...
I guess I should bring that up. He looks to Bear, because I'm technically speaking a citizen of what was Kaladesh. I'm a potential candidate for the election.
Incidentally, so is Bids.
That could be a problem.
What do you mean?
If you do get voted in, you won't be leaving the plan very often.
Not with that attitude.
It does not mean sneak out.
Not with that attitude.
Look. If Veer can be part of that group and still be able to sneak off, then so can I.
I suppose this is true.
Are you stay safe, okay? Okay, Tori?
Yeah.
And
I'm
if
at least gonna be staying here for a few days.
alright. That'll make it easier if I need to come back and check up on you, you know?
Yeah.
But thank you for kind of impromptu with this, but thank you, Bear.
Why are you thanking Bear?
Tori has a place to stay for a couple.
Oh, Tori has always been always had a place to come to stay here. This is not the first time.
Remember
Well,
when
that
I
makes-
was on like the verge of death from the experiment stuff? That does explain why my reaction to it was stronger than Finn's, though. The whole blank slate thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that slipped my mind. I'm sorry. A lot has happened in the past. I don't know. Feels like in just the past, 3 hours alone, you know?
Indeed.
Alright. Gonna tell the rest of them. Bam.
When Tuffy leaves, Tori will say to Bear, it was Anonymous's voice on the audio log that revealed it.
Oh, fucking course, it was that shape-shifting son of a bitch. Bear visibly relaxes a little bit. Okay. So we are dealing with lots of nothings going on.
There's a little bit more about Anonymously in that. Based on what was said in there, it seems like Anonymously's home base is in Theros. Also, apparently, he brought Demir DNA from Ravnica in order to use to make me. And may have been involved. And apparently was involved in Bedrinus' recruitment into Demir in the first place.
Seriously? First, he hates you for being better at your job than he is. And now he's the reason Bedrinus is even in Demir.
And also part of the reason I exist.
Not a bastard.
Definitely. And this is coming from a literal bastard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it.
Bear cannot remember if parents were married or not. Bear cannot remember very much at all.
By the way, you are not the only one disturbed by the possibility that Dovin Bond has fucked.
Everybody should be disturbed by the idea that he might have fucked.
Anyway, on that note...
Speaking of people who are disturbed by the fact that Dovin Bond is fucked.
We do not have confirmation that Dovin Bond has fucked. We have the possibility that Dovin Bond is fucked. People can drop in tokens if they want.
I will say, we could just say that it was done off screen. Tuffy has told everybody.
Has told people that the bear knows.
Yes, he's told people that Bear knows, and at Bear's request, at the very least, at Bear's discretion, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Basically, Bear recommended
Suggestion.
Suggestion. I cannot think of the right word. At Bear's suggestion, Biz tells Eliza when she's ready.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like I said in the comments, Gamataki knows that Eliza is suspicious of bids.
Well, now, Gamataki knows exactly why.
Yep. The reason that Eliza would be suspicious of bids is because there's something to be suspicious about. So, we're going to handle this. There's going to be a lot of mechanics going on here. So, basically, I'm realizing that I've realized that the exact details of if it becomes more of a parliamentary system or like the main thing that matters for this, I think we're in agreement that it is much better for this to be a democracy than for any kind of appointed thing to go on. I basically determined 10 positions that should be filled by the consulate, but not all of them were for reasons related to the prior government being corrupted. And we're going to kind of go through them, and basically we're either electing a person to be responsible for this division or to head sort of the committee for this division, whichever way that the government ends up going about it. We're also going to say that this is the election of the Avishkar Parliament.
Alright.
So, for the most part, I'm going to let you guys determine the order of the positions being elected. However, the first one, I am going to dictate the order because the first we're electing head of state because this one will not be able to be the head of one of the other divisions. So, I'm going to drag forward all of the potential candidates for head of state.
Shiro's just the mascot.
Yeah.
Orc.
So, and Eliza, even though you're technically not here, we will be using you, and Tuffy will be using you in terms of influencing the election. So basically, you guys are able to basically vie for basically help encourage people towards whichever candidate that you want.
Mhm.
So,
What the dog doing?
For like head of state, I did want these to not be completely dictated by a few people with particularly high charisma. So, what I've decided, and head of state is going to work a little bit differently than the other divisions on this. So, the first thing I want to do is I want all of the players to determine who they are going to back.
I think you already know my answer.
You are, I presume, backing Loki.
Yes.
Okay. Adrenas, are you going to back yourself?
No. No, I am not.
Okay, you can pick anybody to back, including not yourself.
Right. If I recall correctly, when we were talking to Padim a couple of sessions back, Padim was interested in the position, correct?
This is the position of head of state, so this is like the main big
Okay.
position.
Yeah, because I think I remember Padim saying, like, absolutely wanting, like, yeah, more power, basically. Yeah, and we technically did promise. So for that, I will throw my backing on Padim.
Okay, you'll throw backing on Padim.
Yeah, just to fulfill that obligation.
And we've technically, so I'm going to, for the moment, just so that we're keeping track of who's, just so we're keeping track of whose selection has already been made.
Oh shit, Bids is dead.
No. I said we're keeping track of it for whose
I know,
selection
but...
for who to back it. Ick. Let's go around the circle. Gamataki, who are you backing?
I just unfortunately need to get CC off my lap. I need to
pay attention on this.
Oh no. The CC interference.
Yeah.
The CCTV.
You know what? I'm backing CC.
Fortunately, CC is not an Avishkar citizen.
Damn it.
But there is a cat there.
Yeah, there is a cat. Unfortunately, they have an X mark on them.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that just means that that Jen has made her decision. You can also back Loki if you want.
I don't think Gamataki would have a reason to back Loki. Actually, I feel like because he's kind of seen enough of the things he's able to do, I think Gamataki might back up Amut.
All right. We're going to put Gamataki behind Amut. We're going to put... This is going to be tough. So I'm going to remove these X's because I think it makes things a little bit more confusing to have those.
Bids is back to life.
So here's what we're going to do. And this is going to look really weird, but we're going to do it anyway because I have to do it this way. Pretty much. I have to drag in characters. So, Badrinas is backing Padim. technically Eliza, I guess, is backing Loki because this is based on the player character. You're not necessarily doing it as Loki.
Yeah.
Because this backing is going to be happening over the course of the 2 weeks. Okay, so Ick, who are you backing?
Ik back a moot.
We have both of you backing Amut. Tuffy, who are you backing?
Tuffy.
Actually, you know what? I can have Shiro. I can have Shiro represent Jen's pick. So, there we go.
Yeah.
Or, I think Tuffy is going to back Isaiah.
Backing Veer.
Also, if we count Murdoch as a character, Murdoch's backing Cinco.
We're actually counting your pick as TP, whether you do it as Tuffy or Murdoch.
Okay.
Bear, who are you backing?
There were 3 options. I rolled a dice. The answer is a moot.
Ika, who are you backing?
But
Hey, I'm not gonna fucking bother with the rolls for this.
I'm sweet.
Because, with like half of the chasers, technically more than half of the chasers, backing Amut is the fucking head of state.
Yay. Well, he wanted power. He got it, but not in the way he thought he would have it.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Amut seems like heavily surprised that so many people think he should do this. So Amut is now your head. Amut is now your head of state. Whatever we decide to name that position.
The Amut position.
The original name for the position was Grand Consul. It might not be named that now.
Grand President?
Granddad!
Granddad! Oh, no, it's not Granddad.
Grandpa.
It could just be president.
Yeah, we'll say he's the president of the Avishkar consulate. There are 9 more positions to fill. Let me go ahead and remove Amut from candidacy from the other positions that he would have been a candidate for. Amazing. All right, so there are I have these divided into 3 particular divisions. So, which division do you guys want the next thing where that votes are going to happen with to be in? The enforcement division, the financial division, or the social division?
I feel financial.
I vote social.
And I'm pretty unbiased here. I don't really know.
I know, so am I, but just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say enforcement.
Let's
God
fucking
damn it.
go.
It's like,
Okay, so I guess we need votes for which division we go to next from the others to help break the tie. So, Ick, you said you're currently indifferent?
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
So we'll go to you last on that. Ika, do you have a preference?
I guess. Enforcement?
Okay. Gamataki, do you have a preference towards what's the next vote?
I think enforcer.
Okay. So we don't need to continue well, with Ick being indifferent, I think we don't need to continue voting on that.
Yeah.
So, now, which enforcement division are we voting on? Is it going to be law enforcement, regulation, or intelligence? Let me read off some descriptions.
okay.
So, regulation and law enforcement are very similar, but don't necessarily mean the same thing. Regulation deals with compliance with regulatory expectations, inspections of workshops and businesses, things like that. Law enforcement deals primarily with criminal liability. Intelligence deals with information gathering and exchange. The Office of Intelligence works more with social divisions, and the Office of Regulation works more with financial divisions. So which of these do we want to be voting on?
I go with regulation.
Yeah, let's do regulation.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, regulation.
Regulation. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pull up the 4...
Yeah, especially since that was a massive thing in Gallaudet, was the regulation bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And Dean is in this one, and now these are the 4 people who are overtly going to be part of the that are overtly in candidacy. That being said, you can also choose one of the others to add to the candidate pool, but just know that you'll be rolling at disadvantage if you do. And yes, we'll most likely actually be rolling with these ones.
Okay.
I guess dependent on if everybody picks one. We'll go down the line again. We'll with the way that we've got it. So, Badrinus, who are you backing?
I gotta remember what was like the 3 people that were originally part of the consulate. What were their original positions again? That's why I'm looking it up on the Discord.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Veer.
So Veer was originally, Veer was originally Ports and Commerce.
Okay.
Baral was originally Law Enforcement.
Okay.
And Padim was originally Innovation. Azrani was originally Taxation and Treasury.
Okay. Honestly, out of all of them, I'd probably put my backing on Padim on this one. Like, to me, it sounds like going from, like, just, like, innovation to regulation sounds like a reasonable direction.
Okay. Ika, who are you going to back?
Let's say, like, regulation, let's say, like, Baral, I guess?
Okay. Gamataki.
There.
All right. Jen.
You know what? I'm going to have to also go with Vadim because that is a promise that to get her into a position of power.
Okay. Ick.
There were other there were other things that Veen would be put up for later, wasn't there?
There are other positions available. Yes.
Yep, cool. Just making sure. Okay, then I'm also going to go Vadim because I think there's a more fitting one.
Yeah, okay. I think it looks like it might be Vadim.
It might be Vadim. Tuffy, do you want to dissent?
No.
Okay. I will let you know that you had the option that if we were rolling for this, you would have the option to roll either persuasion or history. But
Bear has a very distinct reasoning for voting Padim here, and it's to keep her out of trouble. He's giving her a position where she will constantly have something to do.
yeah, that seems fair. So I'm going to remove Padim's candidacy from other things, and I have officially highlighted. So Padim now has a seat. We'll put everybody else back.
It's like I didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, Tuffy had the easiest decision of the round. Okay, so are we staying in enforcement or are we going to financial and social next? Or financial or social? You can change the division we're doing votes on as we go.
I said let's go social.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's do a social one next. So, do we, for the social ones, do we want to do innovation, culture, or inquiry?
Innovation.
Agreed.
What actually is the position of inquiry? Like, what does that entail?
Oh, I should describe these positions. You're right. Inquiry primarily deals with relations between the government and the general populace.
Okay.
Culture deals in festivals and events first and foremost. Innovation is responsible for encouraging the advancement of new ideas, chiefly technological advancements. The Office of Inquiry works more directly with the enforcement divisions, and the Office of Innovation works more directly with the financial divisions.
Okay.
So are we in agreement with going to innovation next?
Yeah, let's do innovation. Bless it.
Yes. That was an actual cough, not...
Cinco will... This was originally filled by a filler character, so I'm basically... Oh, I... Still had Padim here? Then who did I remove from this? Hang on, I'm having to undo some of my stuff to figure out what I did wrong here. Oh, okay, so... I didn't...
To answer you... Okay.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. We remove...
Nice, Tuffy.
Insta vote.
hang on.
There are more people to be added to this.
So we're gonna say both they and Badrinas are candidates. So,
Sorry, brain
Can't
froze
figure
for a
out
sec.
who-
Which position is this again?
Innovation.
this is innovation.
Innovation.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I was already planning on it anyway. Fuck it.
Are we just all in agreement on
I
this?
think we're all.
Yeah,
I think we're all in agreement on this.
Let's put the artificer in charge of innovation. This is a perfect idea.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Okay, we're going to remove Cinco from candidacy from everything else.
See, I was trying to wait patiently.
Sometimes you don't need to.
Yeah.
The answer is just
I am honestly trying to kick it forward a little bit faster because I've got someone coming to grab me in a bit.
all right.
So I am going to be trying to just get through this because I don't know how far out they are at the moment.
All right. We haven't done a financial division yet, so let's do that next. Do we want to do allocation, taxation and treasury, or ports and commerce? Ports and commerce deal with financial information from outside the government in relation to businesses and trade, including extraplanar trade. Taxation and treasury takes money in and ensures the amount lines up with what's needed. Allocation are responsible for the disbursement of government funds. Ports and commerce work a lot with social divisions. Taxation and treasury are more directly involved with enforcement. So, which one of those do we want to do?
Ports and commerce.
Ports and commerce.
Yeah, I'll be down with that.
We have Prem, we have Veer, and we have Loki. And I'll throw Badrinas in here too, and I guess that we'll throw they in the candidacy for this because I basically said all the planeswalkers are qualified for this one. So if people already know where they're voting, they can go ahead and move themselves to the proper voting position. I guess I have to move Shiro, don't I? So
Yeah.
Jen can just tell me.
Put Shiro under Prem. Prem is
Okay.
actually a really good candidate for
I
this.
know. That's why I'm like. I think I'm gonna have to roll because
Yes, but he's a sort of a sly fast talker. A bit too sly for Bear.
Mm-hmm.
How good was Isaiah at his role early, beforehand? Or would he consider himself like moving into a more military-ish role or what? Because he likes wrestling too. I'm just thinking about what he prefers.
He would probably be good in either spot.
Okay, I'll go with my gut then.
Okay.
yeah, I literally just rolled because I was torn between Prem and Veer, so I just rolled and I'm going with Veer. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, it was literally odds was Prem,
God.
evens was Veer, and I got an even number. So there we go.
Gamataki, who you got?
Oh,
I mean, we know Bids very well.
this is
Okay.
true.
Not to mention, a certain job Gamataki is going to be taking on it might be in his best interest.
Might be in his best interest to assassinate someone in this position.
Okay, so in the interest of moving things along a little bit quicker, I will say that the vote is the deciding factor here. So we're going to have Veer end up in the position.
Okay.
All right.
There is merit to shaking up a system, but there is also merit to keeping familiar faces where they are.
True.
Because like they can look to this new government and see, oh, the person responsible for trading with other planes is the same person, and he did his job well.
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and move some things back. Let's go back to enforcement again. Which one do you guys want to do? Law enforcement or intelligence?
Let's go
Intelligent.
Okay.
Intel.
Yes.
Intel.
Nobody expects the cat.
And we'll go ahead and put our 2 Demir agents in here. Because, yeah.
Now, as much as I want to vote for Bids, in character, Eliza does not know she is Demir. But she'll go with her gut and go with Tori.
That makes sense.
So
that leaves Gamataki, Bedrinas, and Tuffy to vote.
All right, put me behind Murdoch.
just so we're clear,
So Tuffy, you're the tiebreaker.
I've left.
Unless you
just
want
to make sure,
D20.
was this roll again intelligence?
Yeah.
Yes.
And intelligence is just finding things out.
Information gathering and exchange.
All right. Ooh. You know what? It might seem biased, but I think in the weeks it's been since then, we could safely say he's heard a bit about how Murdoch works. So.
Works for me. I have considered how to do all this. God, let me just update my little sheety sheet. Yes, I am making efforts to move things along more quickly. Let's go to social again next. Do we want innovation or inquiry? Or no, not innovate. Culture or inquiry?
Let's go culture.
Yeah, let's do
Culture.
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 Be culture vultures. Whatever that means. I heard that phrase once. I don't know what that means though.
The cat's backing.
Are we kind of in agreement on this one?
Yeah, put
We might be.
Put me behind the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the cat's in charge.
We don't need to continue.
I think the cat's in charge of culture.
Yeah.
Just be careful. There may be scratching posts to put it all across Avishkar.
Nah.
Hold on, I'm gonna do something. What? I need to look up. What does culture vulture mean?
Well, you see,
Huh.
the thing though is that what they're actually carving into the carving post is that it's new information in Braille.
Okay, allocation or taxation and treasury?
Allocation.
Allocation. I'm gonna say.
Remind me, what is allocation? What's their responsibilities again?
The disbursement of funds.
Disbursements of funds. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind Prem.
Yep. Do we have another
not sure, 'cause
massive consensus?
Yeah, I'll do that one, yeah. Sure. Hello, Emily. How you doing?
Prem works at a bank.
I forgot about that.
I'm not even bothered
Yeah.
going up.
Yeah, it's like at this point.
Can we vote for
At this point, don't even bother.
Can we
Prem,
vote for
he
the
works at a
contact
bank.
one?
I think it makes sense.
Do what?
Can we vote for the other commerce one?
Taxation,
taxation
treasury.
and treasury.
Yeah, let's
Hold-
do taxation and treasury.
Thank you.
Once again, it's good to put someone back in the same job they were in before.
Exactly.
Yep.
I would like to note
Yeah.
that Azrani was giving money to her kid, but her nephew, but her nephew is also in government in a different position. So
What's a little embezzlement?
yeah. So let's do law enforcement net.
I think we already know who's that.
I don't know. I think it'd be really funny if we put Tori in charge of that.
Hey, nobody knows.
It'd be very funny.
All right. Jen, are you voting Baral as well?
I was actually going to vote Tori.
Okay, so in that case, Badrinas and Gamataki actually have decisions to make.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
No.
Badrinas
It's
doesn't have
Baral.
a decision
Yeah.
to make. It's Baral.
Yeah, that's
it's
I know,
Baral.
that's where I was, again, I was seriously debating.
Mm.
And now we just need to come to the terms of the fact that both of these two will be doing this last job because they're sort of a package deal.
So do you want to just say, do you want to just say both of them have the position?
They're sort of a package deal where one goes, the other one does. And there's only one position left, if my math was right.
There is only one position yet left, and it is inquiry.
Oh, good.
Honestly, that fucking works for Demir agents.
Yep.
Yay,
So
we
why did
it.
they choose two people for this position? They literally never leave each other's side.
I mean, to be fair,
We're siblings.
yeah, it's like, to be fair, that might be something like, maybe like on paper, like Tori has the position and Badrinas like just like works as the assistant, like play that role again, like she did with
Yeah, I like the fact that they just decide which one of them has the position, has the official position. They could just determine that Tori has the official position, but Badrinas is just there. Like I'd imagine the election happens and it's just between those two, and one of them just drops out of the race.
Yeah.
Just like
honestly, like knowing, I would say if anything, Badrinas would probably drop out. Like considering that now she's got this whole bombshell of, oh wait, this is it. She's Dovin Bond's blood child. That if that information was ever to come out to the public, that might not go over well at all.
Tori, at the very least, has the excuse that he was a genetic experiment, or that they were a genetic experiment. So this is... that appears to be bear dipping.
yeah. That,
He's getting some lunch.
Okay.
I think it was. Yeah, they also mentioned like. They're also mentioned like.
Yeah,
That
he's
thing
getting
earlier
whisked
on.
away, so he's getting some lunch before he gets stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Understandable. So this is your new consulate.
Woo!
Everybody.
Better than the last one.